Yeah. Really? They all graduated? Unbelievable. Even the little one? That's crazy. Yeah. The dudes too? Wow. I really think we need to make this a 5-year program. Yeah, I'm starting to video here real soon. Hold on. Oh, we're filming now. Okay, I'll get back to you. Bye.
Good evening, everyone.
We're honored to celebrate
the Communication Design Class of 2020. Today is a momentous occasion in both the lives of our graduates and in the life of the College of Visual Arts and Design. Each commencement over the years has been special. However, this will be the first home graduation ceremony we've hosted.
This commencement marks a major milestone in your lives. As you begin this new journey, please join us in thanking a very important group of people, your parents, your partners, your family members and friends, especially for those of you who are temporarily living at home again. Should we even joke about that? Is that even funny right now? I'm not sure.
Class of 2020, our faculty and staff have been your teachers, mentors, taskmasters, and your most ardent champions during your time at UNT. We've really gotten to know each other well over the past 4 years, sometimes so well it feels like we've become your second family. We'd like to introduce ourselves to your actual families. You know, the ones who don't make you draw 1,000 thumbnails for attention.
I'm Stephen Zong. I had the privilege to work with some seniors this semester in the final portfolio and the cost-based design classes. I've also taught color and image, type 2 graphic design, publication design, and the campaign classes.
My name is Karen Dorff. I'm the coordinator of the graphic design program and principal lecturer. I've been teaching at the College of Visual Arts and Design for going on 20 years. I teach sophomores and juniors typography, image and color, graphic design, publication design, and packaging.
Hello, I'm Doug May. I teach advanced campaigns, art direction, and color and image.
Hey everyone, it's Keith Owens, and I'm an associate professor here at CVAD. I've been teaching here for about 16 years, and I think I've taught just about every class you can teach in the Communication Design program. Currently, I'm teaching UX track undergraduate and an MA track in graduate out in the Frisco campus. And I just wanted to take this time to wish all of the graduating seniors congratulations. I know that you're going to go on to do great things, and I wish you the best in all your endeavors. Good luck. Bye-bye.
I'm David Wolski. I started at UNT in the fall of 2017. I've taught a range of classes, including Foundations for Communication Design, Typography 1, Publication Design, Motion Typography, Cause-Based Design, Senior Portfolio Development, and Book Art.
Hi, I'm Michael Gibson, and I run the graduate programs in Interaction Design and Design Research here at UNT. I also teach user experience design and have taught a variety of communication design courses in the past. I've taught many of you design history.
Good evening. My name is Eric Ligon. I'm a professor in the Communication Design program and the Associate Dean for Administrative Affairs in the College of Visual Arts and Design. I started here at UNT as a graduate student in the Advertising Art program in 1988. In 1991, I became an assistant professor on the tenure track. In 1993, we changed the name of the program to Communication Design. In 1998, at some point, I completed my MFA in Communication Design and so that makes me one of your fellow alumni. I've taught every course in the sequence over the past 32 years here at UNT, except for interaction design, about which my 12-week-old cat knows more than I do, so that would never have been a very good fit anyway. So I'm really glad to be here, and thank you.
Hello to the University of North Texas Graphic Design Senior Class of 2020. I've had the fortunate experience to meet a few of you who traveled with me abroad. I'm Dr. T. I teach primarily in the undergraduate UX courses and also in the IXD graduate program. Good luck, and again, congratulations on your graduation.
Hello everyone, I'm Assistant Professor Erica Holman. I teach typography and interaction courses here at UNT. As a new faculty member, I didn't have the honor of working with you seniors, but you've still had a big impact on me and on the program. The sense of community that you've helped build here is evident in even the sophomore classes that I teach in a course with the juniors. And your work has been used as examples in my classes and will continue to set the bar really high for future classes as well. In fact, the quality of your work is one of the reasons I was so excited to join the team here at UNT. We know that all this beautiful work didn't come easily. Your degree represents an incredible amount of hard work. You've been through a really rigorous program and met all sorts of unexpected challenges, and you've made it. Here you are. We are so proud of you, and you should be proud too. I can't wait to see what you make next, so congratulations, class of 2020.
We've all laughed, cried,
Gathered our assets, started over,
danced, acted weird,
Melted down, zoned out,
started over again,
Made brilliant presentations, and learned to design like a pro.
hung our punctuation, cheered each other on, fumed,
tracked our type, which is not the same as kerning our type, been silly, neglected personal hygiene, freaked out,
made meaningful connections, and most importantly, made lifelong friends along the way.
The Communication Design Program has long enjoyed the support and generosity of our industry, friends, and alumni, and for that we're most thankful. The awards and scholarships we're giving out this evening are gifts from Jack Sprague, former faculty member and mentor to a great many of our current faculty, Arma Shahidi Fitzgerald, an alumna of the program, Don Clampett of Clampett Paper, Launch Agency, whose principal creative director is David Wilgus. He's a CVAD board member and an alumnus of the program, and his principal copywriter is Diane Simmons, and she's the mother of a CVAD graduate. And finally, the last scholarship is in memory of Taylor Austin Hicks, who is a former student of the program.
The image to my left is metaphoric. The mixture of the lusciousness of candy corn and the pain of the barbed wire wrapped in the trophy is sort of a three-fisted gestalt that has its roots that go back to either ancient Persian art and design. Some people argue that this could be Greek. Others argue this goes back to Song Dynasty China. But whatever the origins are, the metaphor here, the gestalt working here is clear for all of you. There will be painful moments in your career, but there will also be very joyful moments. That's the candy corn part, just in case you didn't get that. And hopefully these will mix and they'll help you construct knowledge as you advance. And you will advance, you will go forward. You're going forward now. I wish you once again good skill rather than mere good luck.
One of the nice things we do during this event is we'll spend some time to recognize some standout students. We'll begin with sophomore scholarships and awards. Those sophomore students have completed Typography 1, Image Making and Color Theory, Typography 2, and Graphic Design. So the faculty looked at the entirety of their work when they finished the classes. And we picked the following students to receive the scholarships and awards. And I have to say that it's not an easy task because there's so many hardworking students with very strong work. So we're happy for the entire group of sophomore. The first is Jack Sprague Scholarship. Jack Sprague was a longtime faculty here at Communication Design. He was one of the main reasons why our program has developed a reputation of excellence. So this award is given to someone that demonstrated exceptional result in conceptual and aesthetic aspects. So to recognize Jack Sprague, this scholarship and $1,000 is given to Christina Armitage. Congratulations, Christina. The next scholarship is the Taylor Austin Hicks Scholarship. Taylor Hicks was a communication design student who was willing to push the envelope, ask the questions, and take risk. So this scholarship and the $1,000 go to Tama Higuchi Roops. Congratulations, Tama. Our next scholarship is the Arma Armenti Shahidi Fitzgerald and Shodabi Barhalo Shahidi Initiative and Excellence Scholarship. So this scholarship is given to someone who demonstrated a strong sense of perseverance, hard work, and the willingness to overcome obstacles. And so this $1,000 scholarship goes to Holden Pizzoletta. Congratulations, Holden. The next scholarship is Clampitt Paper Scholarship. As you all know, Clampitt Paper has supported us for many years. And this scholarship is given to someone with strong work ethic, strong conceptual and aesthetic skills. So this scholarship, $1,000 scholarship, goes to Ashley Owen. Congratulations, Ashley. Besides the scholarships, we also created 2 special awards to recognize some students' special personal efforts. The first one is a Spark Award. It is always rewarding for us as teachers to see the improvement in students. It is even more exciting when we see someone goes above and beyond what's required in the assignment with their own vision, with their own determination. Eventually all of the students will get there, but when this happens early in their study, in their career, we would like to recognize that. So the Spark Award goes to Andrea Garut. Very happy for you, Andrea. Congratulations. The last award is called Keep It Weird Beard Award. The story behind this award is a student, a former student, Mercy Lawman, who graduated in 2013. She's now an award-winning motion designer in New York City. While at school, she was a passionate, energetic, and very talented student. And she started a personal project that she asked fellow students and professors to sketch beard in her Moleskine sketchbook, either conceptual or literal. And then she moved on, and she has asked professionals, established professional illustrators and designers such as Chip Kidd and James Victor to sketch in her book. So it become a project and takes on its own life. We want to recognize students like Mercy who are passionate and inventive and unconventional in the pursuit of design and illustration. So to keep it weird, Beard Award goes to Natalie Cradler. Good job, Natalie, and keep it up. Again, it took us 2 days to make the selection. It is because there are so many dedicated students who have created excellent work. And you all should be proud of yourself for the collective strength and for the positive work ethic. Congratulations to all of you.
David Wilgus is a principal of Launch Agency and a graduate from our program, class of 1980. He's generously awarded 2 $1,000 scholarships to our juniors each year. This will be the 15th year Launch scholarships have been awarded. Thank you, David. The nominees for Top Art Direction Portfolio are Jessica Bond, Hannah Snell, and Taylor Hill. The Launch Scholarship Award goes to Taylor Hill. Way to go, Taylor.
The nominees for the Launch Scholarship in Graphic Design are Claire Behan, Taylor Hill, Javier Ruiz, Ashley Lynch, and Hannah Snell. And the winner is Hannah Snell. Congratulations, Hannah.
Greetings, UNT class of 2020. Congratulations. Well done. As a fellow communication design alumnus, I am especially proud to find myself joined by such a talented and accomplished group. Every spring, the communications design faculty and adjunct instructors nominate a handful of seniors that have created outstanding work in their exiting portfolios. The choices are always difficult because there's so many that are deserving. These students have proven to be hard workers, and we'd like to recognize them for their consistency in achieving creative excellence through their talent, determination, and positive attitudes across all of their senior classes. This year, the awards for outstanding seniors go to Madeline O'Mary, Zoe Franz, Jeanette Garcia, Gabby Pesquiera, and Mia Lynn. Congratulations to you all.
We faculty have a few words of wisdom we'd like to share with you. I'd like to talk a little bit about a strategy I use to prevent burnout. I know most of you are worried about finding a design job, and burnout seems like a luxury you'd like to experience right now. I can almost guarantee when you do land your dream job one day soon, at some point you will experience it. I've been able to keep it at bay trying or perfecting something new, something not design or art-centered. As designers, we spend countless hours making thousands of little decisions every day. So when I want to unwind, my go-to isn't to create personal projects working on more design or illustration with 1,000 more decisions that need to be made. My focus over many years has been perfecting pie. I call it the Gulf of Baking because it seems like such a simple thing to do. But the ambition of learning how to make the perfect all-butter flaky crust by hand can be as confounding as it is rewarding. It's physical and uses a different part of my brain. It's the perfect escape. The beach is pretty good too, but we don't live close enough to make that work. Even after I became allergic to wheat, I continued to perfect my pie baking game because it was always more than a means to an end. Don't get me wrong, I really miss a good bite of pie, but the act of baking for me is a form of self-expression. It's also a way to tamp down anxiety or work out frustrations of the week. Baking pies channels my energy, perfectionism, and competitive nature perfectly. Pies also provide me an opportunity to make people happy and give back to family, friends, and my students. For you, it might be travel, biking, knitting, bird watching, camping, photography, stand-up comedy. We actually have a couple former students who dabble in stand-up comedy. Anything that gives your brain an opportunity to take a break and use your mad skills in a way that excites and replenishes you. I wish we could be together and break pie one last time. All the best to your futures, class of 2020. Congratulations, you did it.
Huge congratulations to the entire graduating class in communication design this May of 2020, this rather unusual May of 2020. So I thought it was rather appropriate for me to greet you in this rather unusual setting with my close neighbors right behind me. I want to take this time to wish you all good skill rather than mere good luck as you go forward, and encourage you to take time to be joyful, to revel in the, see, I'm getting a lot of agreement back there, to be joyful in this, and to know that even though you're entering a world that wasn't what you'd anticipated that you'd enter, you still have constructed the knowledge for yourselves that you're going to need to succeed within it. So all the best, go forward, go mean green.
I'm so proud of you, class of 2020. Congratulations. It's truly been an honor to work and to learn alongside each of you. Besides good health, fortune, and fame, there are a couple of things that I hope for you. First, that you'll consider yourselves lifelong students. Second, that you'll continue to invest in the creative process. Ideate, prototype, seek critical feedback, and refine everything you think, say, and do. I'd also like to share 3 tips that have served me well in my career as a designer, artist, and educator. 1, define success for yourself. Maybe it's your dream to be named an Art Directors Club Young Gun. That's excellent. But you don't have to win a bunch of awards and work for an internationally recognized studio to be successful. Maybe your definition of success is to pay your rent or mortgage, to buy groceries, and to make your car payments. That's great. Maybe you want to use your skills and experience to help a local food bank reduce food insecurity in your community. Fantastic. The point is, it's up to you to identify what success looks like. 2, prioritize your professional and personal networks. Every worthwhile opportunity I've had in my career is the result of building strong relationships with people. You're all good designers. You wouldn't be graduating from this rigorous program otherwise. But it's more important to be good humans. So be good to yourself and be good to each other. The rest will work itself out. 3, consider everything an experiment. Whenever I'm feeling creatively or emotionally stuck, I reread John Cage's and Corita Kent's rules. It's impossible to choose just one of these rules as more important than the others, but my current favorite is rule number 4, consider everything an experiment. As one phase of your journey as designers, artists, and world-changing human beings ends, I hope you'll embrace the beginning of this new phase as an experiment full of potential and promise. Hugs and high fives.
Hey everybody, congratulations. Job well done. As a fellow communication design alumnus, I am particularly proud to be joined by such a talented and enthusiastic group of young designers. Good job. I hope to see you soon. You should know that you follow a long tradition of excellence out of this program. Those that have preceded you expect a lot from you, and we welcome you to the industry.
Some distinguished UNT alumni and industry leaders have been gracious enough to share some of their thoughts with you as well.
Children, wildflowers, youngsters, young grasshoppers of Denton, Texas. This thing is so hot. I'm so sweaty. Youngsters, Aaron Draplin here, age 46, currently locked down in Portland, Oregon, with nursing a very bad haircut. It's been brought to my attention that, in this weird time, that, there's a lot of apprehension amongst, kids getting out of school. I've heard the stories of, where people are going to be kind of, their graduation's going to get a little weird, and, internships are going to be weird, and, future jobs are going to be weird. And, I think that it affects all of us, if I can be so selfish for a second and tell you, I lost a bunch of speaking gigs. Okay. And a couple jobs, what are you going to do? What needs to happen now is we need to lock down, work collectively together, and beat the shit out of this thing, and avoid it. And then let it kind of, hopefully they find a vaccine and heal the people that, have it, and do our best to work together, right? So, okay, I know you guys are excited to get out. You've been working hard. And if I can offer anything, it would just be simply this, I know this is an unprecedented thing, in your lives and my life and all of our lives. And we have a lot of time on our hands. And I'll just say this much. Instead of wallowing it away, dinking around on Netflix, and binge watching and all that, take this weird opportunity to, practice what practice what you've learned. Now that you guys have learned how to, make things and stuff, exhibit that. Maybe it's for a benefit to help somebody. Maybe it's to raise awareness in your community. Maybe it's to post things that people should know, So each day, instead of me freaking out about all this stuff, each day I've been trying to do something to help people. And sometimes that's for, no money. Any money I've made, I've donated it to causes. But instead of my normal day-to-day onslaught, I've been, opening up the channels to helping people. Like today, I released this thing for Adobe called Honor Heroes, where, they gave me a kid in Denver named Eric S., who's a grocery store manager. And listen, we go to our Safeway just 2 blocks from here, and I'm just on the edge of tears how selfless and amazing it is to see people doing their jobs, keeping people safe, keeping people fed, and just how surreal that is. Because if you really think about it, they're punching into their jobs and people are bringing who knows what in. And I don't know, there's just something kind of amazing about those simple transactions. So, in this weird time, I'm trying to make good use of my time. So I would just sort of implore you to do the same. Maybe it's just about how your files are. One of the things I've been able to do is archive, with all this extra time, instead of wallowing away, I've been using it in really fun ways. My shop has never been cleaner. My records are organized. I've been playing guitar more. I've been talking to my mom more, spending more time with my girl. We've been doing puzzles, just things to be sort of meditative to get through this. And it's kind of scary how fast the days are going by because we are getting very busy, staying busy, right? So like your data, take this opportunity to organize your files. Take this opportunity to add to your portfolio. I mean, maybe it's a poster you make for COVID-19 awareness and then show that. That is valid graphic design. So, you guys, I know it's a tricky time and, I don't have all the answers, but from one graphic designer to a bunch of other, little rats, I'll just say this much, be compassionate, be empathetic. If someone needs some help around you, help them. Be open to helping with your graphic knowledge. And then also, set a little time aside for just you. What is your favorite thing to do? Now, if that's watching Netflix, fine. You know, Tiger King, Schmeiger King, all that shit. But, you know, what's good for your brain? Maybe it's a little bit of exercise. You ought to see me on that exercise bike every night for 30 minutes with the sweat and all the chafe. It is not good. It's not good. But I've been doing that every night. So whatever really gets you, take advantage of that now and go and do that and let that feed your brain and feed your heart and stuff. Be open to helping people with your graphic knowledge. Get ready for when this stuff does lift, because when this stuff does lift, it's going to be an explosion of commerce, of jobs, of opportunities, of things, and just get ready for that, because it will get back. There might be some new changes, but it will come back. And listen, the world's always going to need you guys, okay? On my way out, when I go, the vacuum that forms, the hole, when I go, at some point, then you can fill my hole. That sounds weird, but all right, you guys, stay strong, stay upbeat, stay indoors, stay vigilant, stay curious, and stay cool. All right, Denton, we'll see you around. Bye-bye.
Hello, 2020 UNT Comm Design grads. My name is Brandon Murphy. I'm a 1994 Comm Design graduate and co-owner of a small design firm here in Dallas called Caliber. I want to first congratulate all of you for making it to this point. I'd be willing to bet many of you didn't think you'd make it all the way to graduation. A blur of late nights, sweat, blood, tears got you to this day. Be very proud of that. You're just going to have to go a bit further down the road, and not to rattle your cages too much. Remember, in this field, there is no finish line. Goes without saying that this is a unique time, and I'll say it bluntly, it's some crappy, rotten luck for you guys. But please keep your courage up. Remember, you're the fearless folks that decided to choose a field where you wear your heart out in the open every time you start a project, where no one outside of this department really understands what the hell you do all day. You stare down a blank screen or a white piece of paper and fight your inner fears each and every time you start a new project. That's bravery. When this COVID-19 is all over, and it will be, those that have kept their momentum and a positive attitude despite it all will be landing the first jobs, the great jobs. You're young, and the communication technology of this new norm has been your norm for years. Your youth and energy translates into new ideas and perspectives. Use it. Tackle some things you think need to be changed. Believe it or not, design can change the world. Keep feeding your portfolio, self-initiate. Do new projects for your family, your church. Pick a cause, political, environmental, animal rights, where the best burrito or cup of coffee is. I don't care. But anything that motivates you and that you're passionate about. And remember to give yourself a deadline, because we need those. Stay hungry, stay positive. A great attitude is worth as much as any design award or knowing the most tricks in Photoshop. Post, promote, write, journal, ideate. Keep those brain muscles nimble. When an opportunity comes, and it will, make the most of it. Show the world you don't take anything for granted. Put in a little extra output. If you can't decide between two approaches to a project, do them both. If they ask for 2, try for 3. Get out of your comfort zone and keep pushing ahead. The creative rush that we all get is literally oxygen in our blood. God help us. And like sharks swimming in the ocean, we have to keep moving ahead to survive. You're UNT Comm Design grads from one of the most prestigious schools in the country. Now get out there and prove it. Congrats to everyone, and best of luck.
Hello, UNT graduates. This is Heather Muni-Day, class of 97.
And Jeff Day, class of 1996.
We're so excited about what you've accomplished this year. Congratulations. As you go out into the professional world, our design advice is to find joy. That spark and space in design that gives you a personal passion, it's going to really help drive a full life of design ahead.
Congratulations and best wishes from us.
Hey everybody, my name is Matt Klug and I live in San Francisco, and I'm a creative director, and I graduated from North Texas in the class of 96 with Eric. and he asked me to share a couple points of the working world with you guys. Number one, I would say I would try small shops and try large shops, and you'll kind of figure out where you want to land because there's differences in all of them. And number two, I would say always push for your personal work, even no matter what you have going on at work. On your daily projects, I'd get out there and push your creativity overall. And number three, I'd say just don't be an ass to anybody in this industry. You shouldn't be an ass overall, but this industry is really small and you never know where you're going to end up or where it might come back at you. So congratulations and go out and good luck next year.
Hello, class of 2020. I'm Jeff Barfoot and I'm the Managing Principal and Creative Director at Brand Design Studio RBMM. I know how all of you are feeling right now during this strange time. You're worried about your future. You don't know what the next stage of your life is going to be like. You're worried about finding a job. You're worried that if you don't find a job, you'll be an even bigger burden on your parents than you already have been. You're worried about student loan debt, and you're worried about how to pay it back. You're worried about all these things, all kinds of things. But mostly you're worried what will happen next in your life. Well, you're in good company. You know who else felt like that when they were about to graduate? I did. Everyone did. Every graduate that has come before you has felt anxious at this strange juncture, this weird limbo time between your student career and your professional one. Things are uncertain and scary, and you're not sure what's going to happen. And this coronavirus disaster hasn't helped much, I know. But know that it's not as different than how it normally would be. You're just going to be in limbo a little longer than normal and living at home a little longer than normal. But there's a silver lining to this cloud. And when I say cloud, I mean coronavirus shit sandwich dumpster fire. And not a fake one that I'm going to make up to placate you all like, you get to spend more time with your parents before you go off into the world. I don't know about you. I love my parents, but I couldn't wait to get the hell out of the house. No, there's a real silver lining. But first, let me tell you about a common thing that happens to young creatives like you, something I see happen all the time. I see a lot of students get typecast in their professional career. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you graduated right now with the pieces you have in your book, right now. A little bit of everything, right? So let's say that you love app design and you get an offer from a studio that doesn't do too much of that work, but you need a job. So you think, well, I'll take the job. And when I look for a second job in a few years, I'll have real professional pieces in my book, right? And you'll be ready for that next step. So you work for 3 years, you have some work you're proud of, and you go out and try to find that app job that you're passionate about. But your book is filled with other stuff now. It's not app design work. It's good work. It's your work. But it's hard to convince that app studio that you're the best fit over your competition because the only experience you have is designing the stuff that's in your book. So you take a different job, and so on, and so on, and so on. You see what I mean? It happens. Which brings me to the silver lining. You're the first graduates in decades to get an overtime. There's extra time on the clock now. You know you're going to have to wait a while for the market to thaw before more design and advertising jobs are available. You get extra time to work on your portfolio, to make it better, stronger, more clever, fill it with the things that you're really, truly passionate about, things that are much better indication of the kind of work you want to do professionally. This is absolutely true. Almost every portfolio I see from an upcoming grad, I see 2 to 3 really strong, really amazing projects, and then a handful more I know they did earlier in their student career or don't feel quite as passionate about, but felt like they needed to include them just to show how well-rounded they are. Well, you guys don't have to do that. If you love packaging, make more packaging projects over the next year and take out that annual report project you felt meh about. Love digital design, but only had one website project in school? Now you have time to do more. And you have time to do all of it without worrying about grades and about art history papers and midterms and finals and what your professors think. Sorry, professors. You have extra time to make your book so good that when more and more design and ad jobs come online, which they absolutely will in time, you'll be even more ready to lock down the one that's closer to where your passion lies. One that is about what you really want, not a job that you need. So keep working on your portfolio. Doing creative work every day is good for you anyway. It'll keep you sharp, it'll keep you focused, and most of all, it'll keep your mind on your goals and your dreams and your desires and your passions instead of dwelling on things that are just not in your control right now. And finally, one last thought I have for you. I'm sure that with all the talk around what businesses and jobs are essential, you haven't heard much about design and advertising, right? But look, we're not EMTs, we're not epidemiologists, but what we do as creatives is important in its own way. If it weren't for creatives like you and I, the website people use to look up symptoms, the app they use to get to the hospital using the fastest route possible, and the campus signage to help people get to the ER the fastest, all wouldn't be as effective. You have the power to persuade people to give blood, donate food, adopt pets, read things, play, and above all, try new things every day. We may not save lives, but we sure do make living easier and more enjoyable. That's absolutely true. We absolutely increase the quality of life. So take care, all of you. Please stay safe, and above all, congratulations to all of you for your accomplishment.
Hi, class of 2020. This is Christopher King. I'm an associate art director at Penguin Books, and I graduated from the comm design program in 2008, which was also not the most auspicious time to be starting a design career. If you find yourself with a little bit of downtime now that you don't have a million thumbnails to do anymore, I would encourage you to take this opportunity and do the kind of work you've always wanted to do for yourself, regardless of whether anyone will pay you to do it. Because that's what I did back in 2008 when I was struggling to get started, and it's ultimately what led to me getting a job as an art director in the publishing industry, which is what I always wanted to do. Also, I guarantee that when you look back on this time a few years from now, this will all seem like a little blip on the path to you getting to where you always wanted to be. Congratulations, best of luck, and I can't wait to see what you all make out there.
Hi, class of 2020. My name's Mercy. I graduated in 2013, and I am now a senior designer animator at Buck in New York. Congratulations on all your hard work. I can say from personal experience that it is not an easy program, but know that everyone out there is so excited to meet you, and you're gonna take the world by storm. If I had a piece of advice for my younger, recently graduated self, it's that the imposter syndrome doesn't go away. You'll definitely start to get more confident as you get more experience out in the world, but hopefully you're always putting yourself in situations that are causing you to, challenge yourself and learn and grow, and, that'll introduce its own new set of obstacles. And, some days the imposter syndrome will flare up more than others, and that's okay. Take a deep breath and talk to your peers and your mentors and know that you're not alone. And bonus piece of advice, your path is not going to be the same as others. So put on those blinders and get off Instagram and, get out there and find what makes your process work for you, and, find your unique voice, because it'll take you so far. And sorry, Eric, that was way more than 15 seconds, but wishing you all best of luck and rock it. Bye.
Hello, this is Michael Osborne from Menlo Park, California. Greetings, graduating class of UNT 2020. But you are to be congratulated. You're graduating a design program. Hopefully you'll go out and have a wonderful career in a profession that you love. I know you love being a designer, or you wouldn't be one. So how do we turn this weird-ass time into a positive? And one way is to remember how lucky you are to be a designer, to love what you do, and not a lot of people can say that. So stay strong. My friend Doug has asked me to remind you to be resilient, and that is a given. And be resilient in your love for your profession and for each other. And congratulations get out in the world and kick some butt.
Hi there, my name is Kirby Sandifer. I graduated comm design in 2011, and currently I'm the design director at a bag and fashion company here in New York City. My piece of advice is very cliche, but it's never stop learning. So whether that's pursuing something that helps you in your day job, like coding or photography, illustration, those things can just really make you invaluable. And even outside of things that pertain to your current job or even in the art world, just exploring your interests, whether they be weird outside of anything that would help you in your day-to-day job. I just think that that can really lead you down a path and potentially to a job that you're really passionate about and maybe that no one else is doing. So, congrats.
Congratulations, graduating seniors. I'm Ben Barry, and Professor Ligon asked me to share some advice with you all, so I'll try. One of the things that I've learned in my career so far is that if you enjoy having an impact, you should seek out organizations that are doing interesting things, but that don't already have a good reputation for design. That's where you'll find the opportunity, the greatest opportunity, I think, to do really interesting work. Good luck.
Hey, class of 2020. My name's Anthony, UNT class of 2002. My advice to you is to take risks. Don't hold back. You're never going to be as free as you are right now. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing your creativity out in the real world.
Hi, UNT graduates. Congratulations on your graduation. You're graduating into a difficult time, but actually every time you graduate from one thing to another, it's a challenge. So just think of this as a bigger challenge, and the rewards will be even bigger than usual. I, for one, am very challenged. Just to be able to get up in the morning and feel good and do my work with students. And it gives me a great deal of pride to be able to say the day has been an accomplished day. So feel that as well, because you've gone through quite a few years of hard work and you're going to be designers. And don't worry, it's all going to be okay. I believe that. Good luck.
Hello, young colleagues. My name is Agustin Garza. I'm a designer, just like you, only with a few more years of experience. And just like you, I entered my professional career with exciting dreams of doing great design work. And no matter what the world looks like now or what the world might have looked like then for me, I can assure you that our tomorrow is a wonderful place to be, and it's a wonderful place to go and build your dreams. So in my case, I grew up in Mexico City, although I have to say the world is my home. And I can assure you that no matter where you go or where you end up calling home, your creativity will find a way, will find a stage to do a wonderful, to be a wonderful place to practice your career and to help your community and do, wonderful things to create a positive legacy. And if I may, I would love to share a couple of insights in how to make your career more purposeful. My first one has to do with having a positive outlook. Believe in the future, imagine the future you want and go build it, create it, make it happen. And the second one, it's very important to me, and it's a little bit less abstract. Start your career with an open mind. Keep the learning going. Think of every person and every job opportunity, every experience as a place to expand your knowledge. All that knowledge will enrich your talent and give you the wisdom you will need to become a great designer. So, and frankly, I'm a bit jealous of you. You have a longer tomorrow than I do. Time is on your side. And I have to say, you have to take every second of it and celebrate your talents, your creativity. Do it with fireworks. Do it with passion. Go be a great person. Go be a great designer. I'm sure I'll see you around.
Hey, what's up, class of 2020? My name is Zach Hill. I'm a partner and creative director here at the Matchbox Studio in Dallas. A lot of you guys already know me because you had me this past semester in Final Portfolio, which I had a lot of fun doing. Got to see a lot of great work, a lot of great thinking, and it was just great to get to know you guys and make a connection. I learned a lot from that class. I hope that you guys were able to sort of take some thinking and some skills away from that will help you sort of moving into the next stage. But really, I just want to congratulate you guys. I was at UNT in your shoes 10 years ago, and I know it takes a lot of grit, a lot of endurance, and a lot of sleepless nights to get where you guys are at. So really, a round of applause to each and every one of you. Congratulations. You should be excited, stoked, pumped to sort of move on into the next stage. And I know it seems like kind of murky waters out there right now. I promise you, things will turn around. Stay positive, and really lean into your peers, lean into the professors, lean into the UNT community that stretches our country. It's huge. Really, lean into that. I want to say, personally, I'm here for you guys. If you need to send me anything, you have any questions, please send it my way, and I'll try and help in whatever way I can. But again, to each and every one of you, congratulations, and good luck kind of moving forward into the next stage. And hopefully we'll talk soon, and we'll see you later.
Hi, class of 2020. This is Dina Tamachi, class of 07, coming to you from my home in Brooklyn, New York. I wanted to send my love and to say that everything is going to be okay. When I graduated, we were at the beginning of a recession and financial crisis that lasted about 2 years. Finding work was definitely a challenge, but it wasn't impossible. And we got through it, and we're better for it. We leaned heavily on each other, and it was a UNT alumni who actually gave me my first job here in New York City. No matter what, the comm design program at UNT will turn you into a resilient person if you aren't already one. So encountering this obstacle right after graduation only made us stronger. And I hope that this current crisis will do the same for you guys. I want to commend you on handling this unforeseen situation with grace and flexibility and courage. Your willingness and ability to shift gears during this time will not go to waste, I promise. My hope is that these trials you're facing will inspire you to enter the real world and workforce with more empathy and understanding than you might have just a few months ago. Remembering that design should be a force for good and for connecting other people and finding common ground as humans. So as a note of personal encouragement from me to you, I remember graduating in December of 07 and moving to New York City in summer of 08. Naturally, I was incredibly intimidated competing for jobs with students from schools like SVA and Parsons and Pratt. But to my surprise, once I got in the door at my first couple of jobs here, I realized that I was actually prepared. I felt like I came away from UNT with like a higher than average knowledge of typography and letter forms, and I knew how to work with photographers on campaigns. I knew how to write my own copy. So when I worked for Louise Feely here in the city, I would often help her judge student shows online. I would kind of be her hands clicking and rating while she sat next to me judging the work. So it dawned on me while looking through all these entries that the caliber of work coming out of UNT was probably higher than what I was seeing from these private art schools. And that gave me incredible confidence to really put myself out there, to leave behind any insecurity or fear that I might have been feeling. Because we all know how hard this program is, and I know how hard you guys have worked. So never sell yourself short. You already possess everything that you are going to need. And if you want to move to San Francisco or New York or stay in Dallas or Fort Worth, you can make it. Because if I did, you certainly can. And that's something that I've always wanted to communicate back to my professors at UNT and to you guys, the current students. UNT Comm Design program is a very special place. And yes, it's a long way from New York geographically, but I'd have to say that it is right on par with the programs and art schools over here. So I know that you're walking into a world that will be very different after all of this is over. I know that adults like to tell young people, like, just you wait, you think this is hard, like, just wait till the real world. But I want to tell you that what you're going through right now is hard. I want to affirm that and to commend you. You've had to shift your expectations for graduation and wrapping up this 4+ year experience that you've truly slugged your way through. So as I said, you all have shown such courage in this time of uncertainty, and I personally am so glad that you all are the ones who are going to be leading the charge in the years after this unprecedented time. I feel confident in you. I hope you feel confident in you. I just would like to say thank you and well done. You should be really proud of yourselves for walking through this challenging season with grace and patience and understanding. So I'd like to send you my absolute best wishes and congratulations to the class of 2020. I have very high hopes for y'all, and I know you're going to make the world a better, more beautiful place.
Hello from springtime in northern Indiana. It's cloudy, a little rainy. There are some flowers over there. You might hear the birds chirping, and a few of the trees have buds, but definitely not a Texas spring. Karen reached out and asked if I wanted to say a few words to you guys graduating this year, and I was really happy to do that. I really enjoyed you guys in class and thought a lot of you as humans and as designers and as students and your hard work that you put in. And so I've thought of you guys a lot this year and seen some of the work you've done online, but wished I could have been there in person to watch you guys go through the final work and projects that you did. She also asked me to renew one of my classroom traditions for this video, and I thought that was a great idea. So no, I'm not going to make brisket. I'm actually going to read you a poem. I'll think of you next time I make a brisket, but a poem for today. I decided I wouldn't read just any poem for you. I thought I would actually reflect on 8 years of teaching at UNT and actually write a poem based on that that's about your experience and the collective experience that I observed as a teacher of the students over those 8 years, going from freshman year to graduating to careers and maybe even family. And so that's what this poem is about. It's also about creating great designers and what the process looks like. I hope you find something familiar in it and hopefully something humorous. Hopefully nothing too painful. It's called Creation of a Designer. Monday started 12 years ago when you first observed that cerulean bird. the taupe grasshopper, and the crimson light at the crosswalk as your mom took you to school. Also the golden arches, the swoosh of that victorious goddess, the now inedible once bitten apple, and don't forget that cross-section of a Manhattan water pipe. On Tuesday you left home for the university to pursue your dreams or leave things behind, whatever came first. You cleared some table space, your calendar, and your confidence. Tuesday was for sketching, concepts, colors, and also 50 thumbnails, followed by 10 comps. You selected the 1 in 100 through a series of bloody public executions, only to see that golden idea brutally attacked by your ham-fisted use of pixels and vectors. Tuesday ended with the crucifixion of your potato-eyed labor early on a fall morning. You considered praying, cursing, drinking, or crying as you walked away from that quiet classroom. Wednesday began with an email. You're accepted. You again prayed, cursed, drank, or cried, but now with elation, and maybe a bit of the confidence that you lost on Tuesday. This is the point where you walked away from friends and family. Like the prophet commanded, you picked up the plow but didn't look back and began the real work of noticing not just the house that makes a metaphor, but its ornate turret that might become a 6-layered cake for a quaint Victorian bakery. Also on Wednesday, you remembered to hang your quotes, actually considered the folios, and finally used those paragraph styles you learned on Tuesday. Thursday came before you were ready. Time flies when you join a cult. This isn't really a cult, it's a family, to replace the one you left yesterday. You learned a lot on Thursday, breathing through stress, the comfort of friendship, and maybe how to moderate your praying, cursing, drinking, and crying. You started Friday asking where Tuesday and Wednesday had gone. And is it really the end of the work week? For half of Friday, you stood in shock. Then you rearranged your bedroom before pondering the lovely shades of green in your collection of succulents. There's hunter, sage, mint, and even olive. Your work on Friday began only when your adrenaline, perspiration, and desperation overcame that fickle loss of confidence that sprung up again this morning. Friday ended as the sun rose on Saturday with you, a sweaty husk of yourself. Now today is Saturday. It's a day to celebrate. It's a good day to again pray, swear, drink, or cry. Just don't sleep. It's the last day of creation and there is work to do. The work of family, the telling of stories, the forgiving of sins, and taking some quiet, grateful pauses. Remember this Saturday and this family, but also remember to use guides, pair your type with care, and select color like a designer. When Sunday arrives, rest your eyes, those no longer starchy apertures you worked so hard for. Find some solitude, calm your mind, take a deep breath, and then let out that timeless, sacred prayer. Holy shit, I'm a designer. I want to apologize for swearing. I debated whether or not to include that or change the line, knowing that maybe parents or siblings were watching. But in the end, I felt it was right, partly because you all are walking into a unique situation. It's not ideal. There's a ton of turmoil in the world. It's probably true for every generation that graduates, that there's turmoil after graduation, whether it's just family relationships, job search, finances, all those things, politics even. You know, there is turmoil once you get out into the working world, but for you guys it's more imminent and more prominent. It's engulfing us right now, and so I felt like that was important to recognize that. At the same time, I think most faith traditions have this sense of finding peace in the midst of turmoil, in the midst of things like this that we're going through, the unknown, finding hope and joy, and even in the face of the tragic or the unexpected. And that's what I hope you hear in that last line. In the midst of all the shit that is happening and will happen, I pray you'll find some of the holy, sacred, or good in this moment and then in the next. You all have made it through a lot with your degree and will likely go through a lot as you enter the world and begin your work. But I hope you each keep finding the good things, the beauty in the midst of each day. So congratulations, class of 2020. I hope our paths cross again. I hope I get to hear how you do in the world, see the great things you achieve and the great people you become. And keep looking for beauty and keep seeing it with those eyes that aren't potatoes.
I'd like to take this opportunity to offer you my sincerest congratulations. The work that you've done is tremendous. The paces that we put you through are tough. The bars that we set for you to jump over are high, and you've all succeeded. You are going on to fabulous careers and wonderful lives, and I'm really proud of you. Thanks.
Distinguished guests, families, friends, and most importantly, Class of 2020 UNT Communication Design graduates.
We are honored to be the first to officially call you alumni.
You may move your tassels to the left and let the celebrations begin.
Hello? Is anybody there? Hello? Hello? Where'd everybody go?